greatness in a sea of the dying and shameless. A sea of the aimless. I don't wanna be one of the nameless. I'ma wake up with the mindset that one day I'm gonna make it. And I don't think I'll be fine if I don't break my limitations. Don't try to stop me, I exist to write my own story. I'll make a decision if I want some peace or if I want the glory. Yeah, don't want a life that is complacent or possibly boring. I just want a life that is worth every day exploring.
My whole life I just wanted someone who would notice me. My whole life I just wanted to be somebody to be. Yeah, I just wanna be great. Yeah, I just wanna be great. Yeah, I just wanna be great. Yeah, 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 I just wanna be great. Yeah, I just wanna.
Woo! And welcome to the One Pride Podcast. We talk all things Detroit Lions news and rumors and have a hell of a fun time doing it. That's what this is all about, folks. And guess what? Sometimes we have guests from the other team. Why? Because that's the damn best way to get to know what's going on. And we have a guest from Purple Pocket Podcast. Everybody, welcome my friend here. Rap, what's going on, man?
What's up, Mike, man? Appreciate you having me on, man. We're going to have a great time today talking Lions and Vikings. You know, it's always a good battle, and I got some stuff to talk about, man. I'm actually a little worried, you know, but hey, appreciate you having me on. Appreciate everybody that's going to tap in with us today.
Hey, it's okay to be a little bit worried. Welcome to the world of Lions. We're always worried. And my guy, Ant-Man, Roar of the Lions UK. What's going on, Ant-Man?
I'm not doing bad, thanks, Mike. Hope you're doing well.
Yeah, you already know I'm doing well, folks, because it's Thursday, and we got some football tonight, but we got a big game on Sunday. Before we get to the game, shout out to everyone in the chat. We got Matthew Chrome, John Ball Motorcade. We got Grandizer, 12 Western Line, Bobo Lane. We got Devin Davis, Weston, Mark Orlando. We got Eric. What's up, Eric? Don Stradamus, Oscar B, Toe Gun, Alan Dana, if I miss your name, Lions Media, or anyone else. Hey, that's because I'm old, folks. We're going to talk some Detroit Lions, and that's what this is all about, versus the Minnesota Vikings. And let's see if there's an injury report popped up yet. Generally, it pops up around 4 o'clock. Guess what? We go live at 4 o'clock, so I'm going to see if it did pop up yet. If so, we're going to talk about it. Yes, and we got it. Let's get to the injury report really, really quick, and let's see. Folks, we got the injury report, and no practice. John Kaminsky, he had surgery, so he's not going to be here. No practice from Aidan Hutchinson. That sucks. Jonah Jackson, no practice. Tracy Walker, not listed, no practice, not injury-related. TJ Hawkinson, hip, limited. Frank, limited. No practice. Swift, limited. Juju, Efutu Malfonwu, full. And Amani, full. What about injuries for you, Rap? I got to know about the Vikings. Let me know about your team.
Yeah, you know, so one of the main injuries for sure is Harrison Smith. I know he's in concussion protocol, and then I think Lewis Seen is still kind of limited with his knee. That's our rookie that we drafted this year, that we traded back with the Lions. 20 spots, but yeah. Those are the two main ones. I didn't get to see the new one yet if it just came out, but I know that Harrison Smith and Lewis Scenes are probably on there, and those are the ones I'm mostly concerned about, honestly, because I feel like Harrison Smith is one that we need him to be out there. We need him to be out there Sunday for sure.
He's a Lions killer. He is a Lions killer. And man, talk about Harrison Smith. If he doesn't play, that's big for Detroit.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, that secondary's got some good guys in it there, and he's one of the guys who leads that. So, yeah, it's unfair seeing their injury list be so small compared to ours. Like I said on my stream I've just done now, ours is like a royal decree. All the people who are on PUP and IR and the light practice, the no practice, and they've got 3 on theirs. They've got like I say, Scene's on there, I think, and Harrison's on there. I know the other noticeable injury they've got on there as well is their bank balance, and the reason of that is because of Kirk Cousins' contract. I hear the back got broke from that, so that's a bad injury for them as well. But yeah, it's all right for us. I mean, I was looking at his stats earlier. I mean, Harrison, he's been targeted 8 times this year, given up 7 receptions. He's been struggling a little bit in his coverage aspect of the game. A few of them have as well. We'll talk about it in a bit, but there's success to be had there against them.
You know, it's also success to be had there. We got 71 in the chat. Let's get those likes up to 50. That would be a success. Right now, we're at 23. I think it can happen. Let's talk about, big matchups we got going on. Minnesota Vikings. They take a beating against the Philadelphia Eagles, and they're getting destroyed in the media for it. I personally don't believe that's the team what they are, Rap. I think it was walking into a buzzsaw. Sometimes it just happens. I think Minnesota Vikings is better than that, and the Lions always play the Vikings hard and vice versa. What is a key matchup for you regarding your team offensively against our defense that you want to pay attention to, that folks out there, whether Lions fans or Vikings fans, they should really keep a keen eye on Sunday?
Yeah, it's crazy that you had Hutchinson that Hutchinson is on the injury report, because, I've done a couple videos already this week where that's the main matchup that I'm going to be watching for. I mean, that guy there, you guys got one. I'm going to give you that. You have a player in him. I seen what he did to the Eagles, where he broke through the line a couple times, although he missed. I don't know if he had any sacks. Y'all can correct me. But I know I seen him break through the line pretty much untouched, or just forced his way with a bull rush a couple times. And then obviously he got 3 sacks last week against the Washington Commanders. I'm worried about that. So I'm worried because if Kirk Cousins gets pressure like that on him, we all know that he will go into a shell, and it's going to be a long Sunday for us. So that's the main thing that I'm going to be watching for. And then also, St. Brown. I think St. Brown's taking that step for you guys. And our cornerbacks aren't the best in the league, obviously, where we still have some work to do in that area. But, those are the 2 main matchups that I'll be watching. So it'll be cornerbacks versus your wide receivers, and then obviously our O-line, Christian Darrisaw in particular, and Garrett Bradbury against Aidan Hutchinson. Those are going to be important for me.
And Anthony, the Vikings have one of the best wide receivers in the NFL. Justin Jefferson, slam dunk pick for them. Just killing the NFL. Over 230 yards receptions in 2 games. The guy's an absolute stud. What can the Detroit Lions do to mitigate some of his big play that he's going to bring? Because let's be honest here, he's going to get some plays. That's what great players do. But what can we do to slow him down?
Go hunting for Kirk Cousins. That is the simple aspect of it. I mean, that's what we did against Washington. You can't overlook Washington's course. Samuel, Dotson, Terry McLaurin, great group of wide receivers. And for the first half, we were able to negate their impact by making Carson Wentz shook. He had no idea where he was. He had no idea where the pressure was coming from. He was throwing the ball all over the place, and it just completely and utterly ruined the Commanders' offensive game plan and took them out of it. And by the time they got things going together, we were too far in front, and we finally found that mental fortitude to carry on making the scoreboard move. But it's because we put ourselves in a position to win that we were able to do it. So you've got to really do the same against Jefferson and Thielen this week. You have to bring the pressure against Kirk Cousins. Don't give him the time to throw. Make life nasty for him, and then that's how you stop Jefferson, and that's how you stop Thielen, because they're 2 damn good receivers. So Don't give them the chance to get the ball.
Let me know in the comment section, what is one player, if you're a Lions fan, you're worried about from the Minnesota Vikings? You can put Justin Jefferson, Adam Thielen, Kirk Cousins, whoever you want to put, and vice versa for Vikings fan. What are one player you worried about? For me, I'm really curious to see the Adam Thielen matchup here between him, and I think it's going to be Amani Oruwariye. He did practice. I do believe Okudah will go against Jefferson. And Okudah's done a really good job, Rap, so far for the Detroit Lions, allowing 1 catch in 2 games. He's been outstanding for Detroit, really rejuvenating his career for the Lions. But I want to see what Amani can do, because he's been having issues so far for the Lions in preseason, training camp, all the way to week 1. Adam Thielen, if he's going against him, he's going to get some big numbers. And yes, he's an older veteran, but make no mistake about it, Thielen is a very good wide receiver. Tell the folks what he brings to the Vikings offense and what he can do to our defense that should put us in a little bit of a worry.
Yeah, so I think the first thing is him not getting involved as much in the past 2 games as we're used to seeing. I think Kevin O'Connell is definitely going to get him some more touches and kind of maybe force the issue a little bit to make sure that he gets more involved because he is that important of a player. Now, I honestly think that Adam Thielen may be hitting his decline. Um, I just think it's happening right before our eyes. But he still is a weapon, and I think mainly where you're gonna want to watch him at is gonna be in the red zone. All right, so inside the 20, that's where I would pay the most attention to him, and third downs because he still has the sure hands. He's one of those type of receivers that can find the open spot, especially if you guys are playing zone and has sure hands. But I mean, like I said, I think we're watching the decline happen right in front of us. I don't know if he's going to have a great as a season most people think he's going to have, even some Vikings fans that I've been talking to. I think it's time for the younger guys to step up like KJ Osborne. I think I would pay more attention to him and even Jalen Reagor. I think Jalen Reagor is going to get involved a lot more than you guys think as far as like using him like a Debo Samuel. I think he's going to be that type of role on our team. We actually seen a little taste of it against the Eagles, which there wasn't a lot to show, but I mean, at least we ran him on a sweep and he got a couple yards, and I think they're going to start working that in more. So, I mean, Adam Thielen, yeah, still pay attention to him, but if I was a Lion, as y'all, I wouldn't be too worried about him, though. Honestly, I wouldn't. You know, I don't think he's going to dash y'all on Sunday. I just don't believe it.
We got a super.
I do
here.
call a touchdown, dude, Mike. I do call one touchdown for him, Mike. I said he would have about 80 to 100 yards, which is a good game, I guess, and one touchdown. But you know, I don't think it's going to be crazy.
We got a super chat here from my guy Travis the Goat Doily. Says, I think TJ Hutchinson is going to have a big game. Thank you so much for that super chat. I hope so. I don't know about you, Rap, but so far TJ Hutchinson has underperformed as a Detroit Lion. We're talking about just over 60 yards receiving in 2 games, and he's dropped quite a bit. So for him to have a big game, that would be good for his career because we need him to do well.
He's on my fantasy too, man.
Dalvin Cook, man.
Yeah.
This guy's a beast, all right? He's destroyed our defenses throughout the years, and he's got a little over 100 yards running. What is going on with Cook? Is this the scheme? Is it he's lost his step? Is it the offensive line? What is going on with this guy?
I think you hit it on the head, the first one you said it. I think it's the scheme. You know, I think it's the fact that Kevin O'Connell wants to do this 11 personnel pass where he's just, you know, wide outs and passing. He wants to make sure Kirk Cousins can have, you know, spacing on the field with the wide receivers and focus on Justin Jefferson. I think we're finally transferring over now to, okay, Kevin O'Connell realizes, hey, we have one of the best wide receivers in the NFL. That's who our offense is going to run through. It's going to be Kirk and JJ's team now. When it used to be Dalvin Cook's, you know, as you know, Mike and Anthony, you know, Dalvin Cook was always the main focus. Hey, you're playing the Vikings this week. What do we got to do? We got to stop Dalvin Cook. Well, now I think we're transferring over to more of a pass-heavy team. But I'm surprised he's not had a broke-out game. Now, he did decent in week 1. I think he had about 90 yards in week 1. But, I mean, Monday night, yeah, our offensive line just couldn't move. I mean, we were 3 and out. It was just no chance to do anything. But he is due for a game. I mean, he still is Dalvin Cook. I don't think he's losing a step right now. I think he still will have a pretty decent game against you guys because he tends to have great games against the Lions, even though, you know, he does also have bad history of getting injured, tearing his ACL against you guys too his rookie year. But I mean, besides that, I think he'll play all right, man. But the scheme is a little different. We won't see a heavy dose of him as we are used to.
We are live here, Rap from Purple Pocket Podcast. Make sure you subscribe to his channel. It is the clicked link at the very top. It's pinned, so if you want to check it out, go ahead, do it. Love to get him to 1,000 subscribers soon because when you work hard, you want to see a little bit pay off. Ant-Man, how do we stop Cook? This guy has destroyed us throughout the years. Really good running back. When he's on the field, he's a beast.
We get them freeway dividers, stack about 3 of them up and let him run into them all day. I mean, your interior's got to be a lot better. He has been really good against us, and the reason the Vikings struggled with us so much last year is that he didn't play against us. You know, they barely beat us at their ground. It was 19-17. Obviously, we beat them in the second one, and there was no Dalvin in either of them, and you know that just shows how much he means to them, especially when he plays against us. Like you say, He's always getting hundreds of yards. He's getting touchdowns. He just makes the game so easy for Kirk Cousins by putting them in so many like second and short, third and short situations. You have got to devote a lot of time and effort to him in this one, keeping him quiet. But thankfully, so far, we've been all right at it. I know our run defense is not much greater than, I think we're 27th and 28th at the minute with it, but Aleem's been doing well, Bugs has been doing well. Now, these two run stuffing guys in the middle, Dalvin loves to go through the middle, and we seem to have dealt with that a lot better this year. So if we can stack that box, bring Rodriguez up, be aggressive against it. I really want to see Malcolm Rodriguez versus Dalvin Cook. That could be a clash and a half, that could putting him in there, but I feel like we've got that interior a bit more solid now. I think that's how we stop him. And if you can, that's how you let the pass rush go to work in this one. But, he's beaten us that many times at this point that, the onus is on us to work damn hard to stop him because, just how good a guy he is. Ever since he came in the league, we've not had an answer to him. But like I say, I feel confident that interior is a lot better suited this time. And I think our linebackers are better run defenders. And I think we'll do better, but you'll still get something.
Everybody knows me. I like Kirk Cousins. Why? He's from Holland, Michigan, lives 5 miles from me. That's where he grew up. He's a hero here. And what happened with the Eagles, though, is he got demolished. I don't know what happened. Him to Darius Slay connection was fire. So I got to ask Ratman, what's going on with Kirk Cousins throwing 3 interceptions? Is this something that is going to be a one-off? Do you think that he got flustered? What's going on with Kirk?
I mean, it's honestly like it's just Kirk Cousins. I mean, he is who he is. I mean, I tend to argue with my own fan base about Kirk Cousins. Now, this year I was super high on him, and I still am. I'm not thinking at all that because of Monday night that's going to dictate the rest of the season. I do believe he's still going to have a good season like he usually does, and he will have another game like this sometime throughout the season. He usually has 2 or 3 of them, but he'll also go on that stretch for a month where he's just one of the top quarterbacks in the NFL as far as passing percentage, QBR, all that good stuff. But he is who he is. And it's crazy because I don't know if it's a coincidence, but he always tends to not play well under the bright lights, whether it's a Monday night, a Thursday night, or a Sunday night. I mean, if it's a primetime game, for some odd reason, Kirk Cousins just does not play well. But when he's playing games at 1 o'clock or 12 o'clock in the afternoon on a Sunday when 16 other teams are playing, I mean, he usually does his thing. I don't think anything's happened to him. I think Kirk Cousins is Kirk Cousins. I was not surprised at all that he had that type of game on a Monday night. I mean, if you look at his Monday night record now, he's 2-10. So I mean, the numbers add up. We just have the evidence of what it was. So I mean, but it's not only his fault on Monday. That's obviously, can't blame it all on Kirk, but he played a big part. He's the quarterback. I always tell our fan base that, you can't play a game like that and expect to walk away with absolutely no blame. I mean, you have to take responsibility being the quarterback of the franchise. You threw 3 interceptions. That's not okay for any quarterback. I don't care if you're Tom Brady or anybody. That's not okay. But I think he'll bounce back. Unfortunately, he has these games, and in the next game, he tends to have a good game, which is unfortunate for you guys, because the science also proves that every time he has a game like he had Monday night, the following game, he winds up throwing for 350 yards and 4 touchdowns. So, we'll see what happens.
Yeah, I fully expect, you guys to put up some numbers because our defense has been lackluster all around, and teams going to put numbers on us. That's just something that we understand here, and that's how our team is built. But there's other thing that must be understood is that this podcast is sponsored by BetUS. Put in the promo code LINES125 and you can get a 125% deposit bonus. What is it? Way to make some money. Right now, the Vikings are favored to win by 6 points. And if you know anything about Lions versus Vikings, it always comes down to the last drive. It's generally within 3. So bet on the Lions to cover. Chatsports.com/LionsBet. Get that 125% deposit bonus. I'm betting the Lions to cover, whether it be win or lose. Either way, I mean, 6 points, come on. We've known this for a long, even when the Lions went 0-16, it was a close game. It's just how it is. It's an NFC North battle. This ain't Chicago. This ain't Green Bay. This is Lions and Vikings. Now, we've been talking about the Vikings offense. Let's talk about the Lions offense here. Ant-Man. DeAndre Swift having a phenomenal year. 10 yards a carry, and the Vikings defense is very susceptible to running the football. What should we do regarding the run game? And it looks like the offensive line is going to be a little bit improved with Frank Ragnow playing.
So, again, I don't think it's too dissimilar from what you do last week. At first, you have to impose the run game. As I say, the defensive line is the strength of that Vikings defense. They've invested heavily in it. They got two of the best pass rushers in the division. You know, it's a formidable unit, and you have to stop that from being able to operate. So to do that, you've got to run the ball successfully. And as I say, their run defense has been poor so far. You know, they're against the Packers and the Eagles. You know, our offense is on par with the Packers and the Eagles. So we have the same sort of weapons to be able to do it. I personally think we run the ball better than those two teams. Maybe their passing offenses are a bit better, but our run games are bread and butter. You get into those third and short situations, and then what you do, you exploit that team. I think someone earlier put that TJ was going to have a big game here. Absolutely. I mean, you look at that linebacking core over there, and I know that I think Kendricks has been all right, but the other one, Hicks, he's been awful. He's given up something like 11 of 12 receptions for 150 yards. He's been vulnerable in coverage. You nail TJ to him. Put him in that mismatch situation in the third and short. Get the yards through the middle. Take your shots at your receivers against a secondary that has struggled a little bit. It's got a few turnovers in there, but again, in the coverage, it's not been great. And you can open up the playbook by getting in those short yardage situations. So for me, that's what you've got to do. If you get behind the chains, you get behind the sticks, then they're going to eat you alive. And Goff's going to make some bad throws, and they will get some picks off you. So I think we're kind of suited well, our offense this week. I think hopefully we'll be able to run the ball successfully on them again. And I say, put us in favourable situations. That's what you have to do against these guys. But do not sleep on that defensive line. It's nasty.
It is nasty. Very nasty. Let me know in the comment section right now, who do you got winning the game? L for Lions, V for Vikings. Put L's, put V's, spam it. I'm curious to see what you guys think. If you're a Vikings fan, show pride as well. I love to see Vikings fans in here. I honestly don't hate the Vikings. You're not the Bears. You're not the Packers. F Green Bay. Hashtag FGB. That is a thing we do here. Everybody can't stand the Green Bay Packers. That's something that we all
I'm with you. I'm with you, Mike. I'm with you, Mike, for sure. I'm with you on that, man.
When you guys beat the hell out of the Green Bay Packers, I was celebrating. I was loving seeing Aaron Rodgers get knocked down. I was loving it, man.
Yeah. Who are you telling, man? We loved it, man. I think we were all a little high off that game, man, going into Monday, unfortunately.
I don't know which player knocked him down, and he was slow to get up, and he barely was. He was waddling off.
That was
like,
Hicks.
yes. I actually I texted my boss and I said Rodgers is down.
Yeah. They laid him out. Yeah, that was a hit, and he fumbled too. That was good. I like that. That was actually the highlight of the game. Now that you say that, man, that was the highlight of the game.
Hey, when you guys broke his collarbone years back, that was the highlight of that year for me. Anytime you guys do damage,
Anthony Barr. Anthony Barr, let's go.
Put hashtag FGB in the comment section. It's something we all agree on. And there's going to be a lot of hashtag FGBs on Sunday. Trust me, that's what it's all about. Look, the Lions offensive line is legit, Vikings fans. The Lions offense is legit as well. This is what I've been telling all off season. In training camp, I seen it up close. I was there all week, seeing how really good it is from last year. And all the Eagles fans, the Washington Commanders fans, they said, I'm full of it. We're going to get this. You're going to get destroyed. You're not going to put up any points. And this is what it's been, 35, 36 points. The Lions offense is really good. So Vikings fans, expect the Detroit Lions to be very aggressive offensively. We're going to run it. We're going to pass it. And we're going to go for it on fourth down, maybe more than one time. This is what Dan Campbell does. And expect points to be placed upon your defense. Don't hate your team if we lay out 30-some points. It's just the way that this team is going and the way it is. Let's get into predictions, and then we're going to go to the chat for a little bit and see what they got. I'm going to give it to my guest first. Score prediction, who wins, why? What do you got?
You want me to go first? I'll go
Yes,
first.
sir.
So my score prediction I have 31-24 Vikings. And the reason why I have us, I think it's going to be a hard fought game, and it's going to come down to the fourth quarter. I don't think anybody's going to take full control of this game early. But I have us winning 31-24. And it's gonna be the simple fact of this, like I said, the evidence of Kirk Cousins bouncing back. He's just gonna have I just think he's gonna have a good game because he just always does when he plays a game like Monday. I think our offense is going to be a little too high powered, but you guys, like you said, you guys are going to put up points too. I mean, I feel like you're going to score 20 plus points, and I think it's going to be almost a shootout between the both of us, and it'll come down to the fourth quarter. We'll put up the last touchdown, and it'll end like that. That's my prediction. So 31-24, man. Sorry, man. Sorry.
The ending is exactly I think we all expect this. It's going to be last possession wins on it. And one of us is going to be heartbroken. Really bad, just like last year. Amon-Ra St. Brown touchdown killed your guys' fan base. Then you guys winning the game before after Jared Goff throwing a touchdown crushed our hearts. It's going to happen. Anthony, what do you got in this game, man? We know it's going to be hell.
See, I've been a bit hypocritical here because when we did the Lions Nation Unite stream earlier in the week, I said we were going to lose, but I did our stream just before I came on here, and shout out to everyone who was on that, loved it. There was a lot of optimism in there. There was a lot, and it was contained optimism. I think there's a lot of people still realistic about this team and what it can be, but then one person just goes, "Why the hell not? Why can't we win here?" If you look. We beat the Vikings last time we played them. Our team is better since then. We have fixed some major issues on this team. Last year, the whole season, we had 197 pressures in this team. We got 50 in 2 games this year. We're already a quarter of the way, and we're 2 games into a 17-game season. The pass rush is better. It's legit. You've got depth guys standing up, forcing competition for places. You saw Kaminsky. Kaminsky was we got him off the waiver wire from the Falcons. He leads our pressure rate with 10. Just came on in the interior defensive line because he knows Demetrius Taylor is sat in the wings waiting for his job. The guys on the edge, Julian Aquara had to come in, put 5 pressures up, got the best pass rush win rate in the NFL because he knows Austin Bryant's after his job. You've got the depth there you've not had in a long time. And with this offense putting up the points that it can, why the hell not? Why can't we go there and win this game? We have a play caller who is in his prime at the minute. We know the run game is strong. Teams can't deal with it. 7.5 yards a click we're going at the minute. Jared Goff is confident, in form, finding his receivers. Even with drops and a few miscommunications, we're still putting up 35 points a game. And we're not even got Jameson Williams back yet. The defense, whilst it has its issues, is fixed on the defensive line. If that performs well, the linebackers blitz, then it negates the problems you have on defense, and there's no reason that you can't go after Kirk Cousins and cause him problems. So, I think we can go there and win. I'm in agreement. This is going to be like a last drive thing again. This is going to be very close. You've got to respect this Vikings team. It's one of the better in the division, but I think we can go there and win. I think we can go there and cause a shock. And I think we can go there and show that grit really means something for Dan Campbell. So I'm going to say 33-30 to the Lions. It's going to be close. I ain't disrespecting the Vikes here. I just think what I've seen from this team, anything is possible now. And, anyone who's watching this team should know that it's different to what it's been before. And it is capable. Because that Washington team ain't bad. And we made them look foolish. So I think we can go there and sneak a win.
Watch out, Green Bay Packers, because the NFC North is getting more competitive, at least for the Vikings and Lions. Chicago Bears, they're in a world of hurt right now. But both these teams are getting better, on both sides of the football, and it may not be their division. Now they still got Karen Rodgers, who we all hate, but better watch out.
I like that, Karen Rodgers.
I can't stand that dude, man. He is a Karen, bro. Karen Rodgers always complained. This game, look, before the season started, even after training camp, even after week 1, I had the Vikings winning this game on a close one. I really did. It's going to be a hard game for the Lions to go to Minneapolis. Their fan base is going to be pissed from what happened, last week. It's at their house. They're going to be louder than hell. You know, their team, you know, Kirk Cousins, the whole team there is going to be pissed off because they got embarrassed on national TV. And like you said, they're going to come out firing. And I fully expect it. I fully expect this to be a very tough game. It's going to come down to the last 30 seconds. And one of us is going to be angry, and one of us is going to be happy. And I got the Lions actually winning 31-30 in an extremely close game. Now, it's no hate towards the Vikings. No hate to you at all. It could be the other way. It could definitely go the other way. Right now, this is a statement game for both our teams. We don't want to start 1-2. Both squads. Yeah. We want to go against Green Bay and compete with these guys. So this is a statement game for both franchises right here. And unfortunately, you guys got the one up from being home. It scares the shit out of me. It does, Anthony.
It's a badge of honor. It's a measuring stick. If you can beat the Vikings on the home turf, that is a huge measuring stick. Now, if we lose this competitively, I will not mind in the slightest. This Vikings team is good. I will not mind if we lose
shock me. I'm not going to be upset either.
No, it will not.
You guys always compete though.
Always.
You always compete with us. Always.
Yeah. I think for us, we've seen that we can get over the line against the Commanders now. We can put a good team away. Divisionally, we've been poor a long time. You know, Mitch Trubisky owned us, which just says about everything you need to know. So I would love to see that statement NFC North win now, not an end of season one against the Packers who are coasting into the playoffs. You go there and beat the Vikings on their own patch. That is a statement NFC North win that says, right, you are legit. So
before the season started too, just so all the Lions fans in the chat watching, you know, I had y'all as the third team in the NFC North, which usually I'm sure you guys know, usually have y'all last, but no, I moved y'all up. I definitely think y'all are gonna be better than the Bears this season, and honestly, believe it or not, you guys are going to compete, man. I just love the new vibe that's in the building with you guys, man. I'm actually a fan of y'all in a way, being that y'all are NFC North teams. When we play each other, that's a different story. But other than that, I'm pulling for you guys because, I just love what Dan Campbell brought to the y'all's organization. I just think the players believe in him, and you can just see the difference. You can see the difference how y'all are playing, man.
Now, it's going to be a dog fight. This is why Lions fans don't. They get angry with me a little bit, and that's why Vikings fans like me. Again, I'm a fan of Kirk Cousins. He literally is a Holland native. He grew up. My wife's friend dated him in high school, and he's a hero here. So I root when he came into the draft. I was like, just don't go to the NFC North. God, please, don't go to the NFC North so I can't be upset. He went to the Washington Redskins at that time, very happy. Then the son of a bitch went to Minnesota. I can't. Like, damn it, man! Like, I want you to succeed. So, look, I root for the Vikings, not against the Lions. Obviously, I want the Lions to be ahead of them in the rankings. But look, if they beat up on teams and the Lions don't have a shot to win the division or anything like that, then I kind of root for Kirk Cousins. Like, come on, man, you can do it, man. Rep our town. So, and a lot of people don't like me for it because I do that. But damn it, Holland's a small area. And you got to love a guy who's a National Football League quarterback, pretty good, and he reps what we got here. He helps out our town. He's always putting money into the hospital and everything, so I got love for him. But, folks, now it's time for you guys to shine. Let's ask us questions. Have some questions here. Lions fans, pick this man's brain about his football team. He knows it. He sticks with it. Want to know. Ask Anthony. Ask myself. Anything you want. It's the mailbag segment. You guys run the show. Yeah, I love this part, man. I like to see what they think. You know, what is going through their minds. They want to pick the brain of a guru of the Minnesota Vikings. What do they got? First question here. Who is the player of the game if the Lions win? Who is the Vikings player of the game if they win? Great collab here. Think Grandizer. I would say for the player would have to be, for me, probably Aidan Hutchinson defensively. Again, getting pressure on Kirk Cousins because they got a potent offense. And to slow their offense down would be pressure. What do you have there, Rap?
I'm gonna say opposite of you, Kirk Cousins. If we happen to win this game, Kirk Cousins is gonna be the player of the game because he'll have a bounce back game. Definitely.
Anthony, who do you got?
Player of the game if we win. For me, it's TJ. I think he's been quiet so far, and I think this is the perfect mismatch opportunity to put him on a vulnerable linebacking core. And if he gets the yardage, keeps moving the chains, keeps the offense going, I think he's going to have a big day.
Hashtag FGB, love the hashtag. Is Irv Smith going to be a problem, Rap?
You know what? I don't think he's going to be a problem for you guys. Now, he missed a crucial catch on Sunday. I think by the middle of the season, we'll probably see a bigger dose of Irv Smith, but I don't think Sunday. No, I don't think he'll be a problem for you guys. Absolutely not.
Yeah, his numbers are down. I do a scouting report for my boss, and I was looking at him, and I'm like, whoa, what the hell? So it's weird. Both our tight ends not doing that good. Who do the Vikings fear the Lions most, Rap?
Aidan Hutchinson. Honestly, Aidan Hutchinson, yo, that guy is a savage, man. Like, I don't know how y'all feel about him. It's crazy. I haven't heard y'all really boost him up, but oh my goodness, man. Like, what a pick. Like, I'm telling you, what a pick, man.
We love this guy. He's outstanding. Yeah. He is our new Ndamukong Suh. He's an enforcer on the defensive line. That's a game changer.
Yeah.
And God, he's completely changed the defensive line, Anthony. I mean, isn't he just a beast?
Oh, 100%. And, you can see he's got the highest double team ratage in the league, I think, of any edge rusher at the minute, doesn't he? He's commanding double teams. It's creating opportunities for others. I mean, I love Hutch on there, but I think the line collectively has gotten a lot better this year. I think the interior always held us back, and that's better. So having Hutch on one side, being double teams, getting Harris barreling off the other, getting the big guys coming up through the middle, it's just created a very potent unit. Like I say, you're a quarter of the way towards your pressure rate last season in an eighth of the games. That just shows you how big an impact he has had on this team and how much he's galvanized it. So I agree, he's going to be big, but that whole line in general just excites me. I just love seeing us get to a quarterback now.
I'm going to miss your question, folks, so just copy and repaste it. If I miss it, just keep doing it until I get it. $1.99 super chat from Hernan Vasquez. Do you think Jared Goff can throw more than 40 tuds? Thank you for the super chat. Really appreciate it. He's on pace right now for 45. Do I think he's going to get to 40? No, I would hope not. I want to be able to run the football. That just seems like we wouldn't be running as much. I don't believe so. That's a lot of touchdowns, Ant-Man. That's a ton. 40?
Well, I mean, it depends. If your run game's doing well, it was sort of the product of the run game, which allows him to throw so many touchdowns at the minute. But, I mean, it's not even that. He's looking good under pressure at the minute. That second touchdown, I want to say, against Washington, the one where he tossed it to Amon-Ra in the back of the end zone, had 3 defenders around him, got sandwiched. People say that's his problem, but really good against pressure recently. So I don't think there's no reason he can't. I hope he does. I said on our own stream, you can love Jared Goff now and still be preparing for the future without him. You can do both. And I think right now Jared Goff is playing really well, and I want him to throw as many touchdowns as he can. I think he can do it because this offense is highly powered, and we'll put him in the position to get the passes to do so. So if we don't get him rushing, we'll get him through his arm.
$5 super chat from Travis the Goat Doily. Name one bench often Lions that you think could take over a starting job on both teams. Who could take over a starting job here? Tommy Kramer over Big V. Because of the injury, at some point he'll come back. Who do you got or Rap for your line?
When it comes to our offensive line, I'm going to be honest with you. We have nobody. I'm just going to keep it honest with you. Appreciate you asking the question. But if we have to go to our bench, it's going to be bad. But we do have a guy named Brandel, I guess, that we can put in there. Or Vidarian Lowe that we drafted. He's a tackle if it comes down to it. But would I be happy? No. So I'm sorry. That's not a good question for the Vikings, for sure.
I was scouting your offensive line. I seen that PFF had them at 19, and another group had them at 26. So it is an offensive line that's not top tier, and that's going to be a crucial matchup because our defensive line has been facing 2 straight top 5 offensive lines, and now they're going down too. And they've been getting pressure like crazy. Like,
man, our team's
could have had 6 sacks last last week. It's
Yeah, like this year, honestly, Mike has been the best. Like I feel like we're building. We have our cornerstone pieces, and then we got Ed Ingram starting, which is a rookie from LSU. So this year we're comfortable, but if we have any kind of injury, then yeah, I mean it's not gonna be good.
Who will have the better game, Rap, Swift or Cook?
I'm probably gonna go with Swift on that. Honestly, I think Swift. I think you guys will use him a lot more than what we'll use with Cook. I just think our offensive scheme, like you stated earlier, is going in a different direction. Now, Cook will still have an impact, but I don't think we're gonna see the same kind of usage of Cook that the Lions are used to seeing, where he's just gashing you guys for 3 hours straight. I mean, I think it's gonna be more of maybe some throws out the backfield, some catching screen passes maybe, but as far as handing it off to him over and over again, those days I think are over for the Vikings. So I think Swift will have a better rushing day for sure.
Hashtag Lions, do you think KJ Osborne will be a sleeper pick to perform well against the Lions? I think the Vikings have one of the best uniforms too. Very cool. So that's to you, Rap.
Hey, appreciate it. I love the purple too. You know, that's not why I'm a fan of them, but I do appreciate the uniforms because they are pretty nice. But you know, KJ Osborne, going into training camp and during training camp, he was definitely one of the players that shined the most. His name was floating around a lot of how good he's been and the things he's been showing. But as far as Sunday goes, I don't think he'll be a sleeper. I'm bigger on Adam Thielen, like we talked about earlier. Now, I don't know if he'll have a mega game, but I'm calling Adam Thielen to have a touchdown and at least 80 to 100 yards. But I think JJ, as far as the wide receiving core, obviously JJ is going to be the guy you want to watch for.
Dat Dude Live says, hashtag, will our trenches perform similarly to week 1 or week 2 versus Minnesota Ant-Man?
I think so. I think the offensive line, it doesn't really matter who you're coming up against. They're very well trained. You've seen all the different concepts they're using. They are, they're working to a very high level at the minute. So it almost doesn't sort of matter how good the opposition is against you because you are executing really well. But it's not just the offensive line. It's the tight ends. It's the wide receivers, the fullbacks. It's all just working in tandem at the minute, and it's working really well. So I would expect the offense to carry on doing what they're doing simply because of how well they're executing in games. The defensive line, obviously, Kaminsky is a big miss because I did the deep dive on this line as well. Most of the pressures are coming through the Minnesota interior, through Bradbury, through Cleveland, through the guards, and obviously we've lost Kaminsky in there. Do we bring Hutch inside? Do we bring Harris inside? Do we try and get one-on-one with these guards where the struggle is because the tackles, Darasaur seems to have been doing well. O'Neal at right tackles, he's like grading at 84 or something like that. He's been performing really well. So can we get through the interior to them? Because it seems to be hard to get round the edge. I mean, I trust this defensive line to do its job. I think we'll see a lot more interior pressure. I think you'll see Aidan come inside in this one and really have a go at them. So I would expect them to perform with the same intensity. I would expect the offensive line to do its job. Defensively, we'll see, but they've got the tools to do it.
This stream is sponsored by my mouth, and my mouth says that you need to go ahead and subscribe to Roar of the Lions UK and get her done. Also, make sure you subscribe to Purple Pocket Podcast. We're trying to push content out there, folks. And just because you're not a Vikings fan or just because you're not a Lions fan doesn't mean you can't support. We're trying to build from the ground up, grassroots movement. I think that's what it's all about, having a different type of voice. Let's be honest here. Vikings aren't talked about big in legacy media. Again, it's Miami Dolphins, it's the Los Angeles Rams, the New York Giants, and, of course, the freaking Cowgirls. All right, so
yeah, exactly.
Can't stand them. Like there's 32 teams. All right, there's not just 4.
And check this out, Lions fans that are watching right now. We Vikings, we actually love you guys in a way, man. We never have hard feelings against the Lions. In reality, like we look at the Lions as a game that's in our division, but we enjoy playing you guys. Now there could be some reasons why in the past why we enjoy playing you guys because we would always chalk it up as a win, but that narrative's definitely changed now. I'm a firm believer in that. And I think, the Lions, we never take hard feelings with the Lions. We love you guys. So come support. You know what I mean?
Support the channel. If we were up to who you match up on Jettis, Okudah or Amani, comes Justin Jefferson. I want Jeffrey Okudah on him the whole time.
Yeah.
This is the matchup, the key matchup for this whole game, in my opinion. He is freaking epic, awesome. All right, when they picked up in the draft, I was upset. I knew he was really good. I didn't know he's this good, but I knew he's damn good. And I want my best on his best. I want to see what Okudah can bring. He's done well 2 games. This could be his career game right here. Could be a changing game for him. If he can slow down Jefferson, that's big for him. Now, if he gets burnt the whole time, he is who we thought he was. That's who I want. I don't want Amani because Amani's been getting burnt. I know Jefferson can do that to anybody. So I want to see what our best can do. Will DJ Chark finally get involved on offense? Can Jeff Okudah play well versus Thielen or Jefferson? Ant-Man, you think Chark get involved?
I think he will eventually. And, this is something I addressed earlier as well, DJ Chark. People are concerned about him already, but let's go back to this time last year. I mean, Amon-Ra St. Brown wasn't seeing any targets from Jared Goff at all. I think with Goff, you have to earn his trust and you have to build a rapport with him before he starts throwing at you. And I know Chark's had a couple of misses so far and it doesn't seem to be there, but I'm kind of getting the same vibes that this is a process that will take time. And the best part is it doesn't really matter at this moment in time. We're still putting up points without it. So I think as time goes by, you will see the Goff to Chark connection more. But right now, I'm not too worried because I know that Goff has history of taking time to get to know his receivers and getting the rapport going with them. So I would like to see him get a few more, but if he doesn't, I ain't going to worry just yet. I think Chark will be just fine.
Travis the Goat Doily with the sick avatar, by the way. Another super chat, $5. He says, are you both cornerback rooms the same skill level, or is one better than the other? This one's interesting. Rap, what do you think about our corners versus your corners?
I think skill level, I might give you guys the edge a little bit due to, like, if we're talking athleticism, I guess, to say it in another way. But I think us having a veteran like Patrick Peterson being able to mentor our young guys, I think that gives us a little benefit as far as just the mental part of the football game. Being able to have our younger players in the right position. And then if we're going to include the safeties as well as a whole, like DBs as a whole, I think Harrison Smith would probably give us the edge as far as who I think is better. But by far, we're not elite. We still have a long way to go as Vikings fans as far as our defensive backs go. I'm talking safeties and cornerbacks, but right now I think I would give us a slight edge to be a little better. But I do like your guys' DBs. I think you guys are very athletic on that side of the ball as far as speed and just physical toughness.
I think we're similar. Defense is probably our weakest spot, at least in the back end for sure. So either way, it's a coin flip on there. we got improvements.
I agree.
I think there's loads of young talent there, though. I think on both sides, they've Dantzler's still been. I loved your Caleb Evans pickle. I loved him as a player in college. I think he's going to be amazing, but it takes time. And we've got a lot of guys who are developing and are young as well. So I think it's too hard to say right now because there's not much established talent. Let's say it's a lot of developing talent, not got there just yet.
Yeah, because Patrick Peterson's kind of at his end now. I mean, he's been getting burnt the past 2 weeks. I mean, there's been a couple plays each game where his age is definitely starting to show now, and it's not good, actually. I think I kind of want to move on from that and just have him as maybe a coach or something. I mean, he can play zone, but when it comes to playing man, it's over with.
Put him at safety. See what he could do there.
Yeah, safety, exactly. Good call, Mike. Yeah, definitely. That would probably be where he would need to move and really consider it. And maybe the coaches will approach him, after him getting burnt again. Maybe St. Brown will burn him this Sunday for one time, not to make it win y'all the game, but maybe they'll have that conversation on Monday morning, like, hey, Patrick, you thinking about safety or what?
Yeah, because it ain't working right now. John Kapler's got Vikings winning. Leonor Douchebagia, awesome person. She says, we're not a little boy. We've been non-threatening little brother. We have been. We've been in the back seat of the bus. And just like a great philosopher once said, it feels so good to be at the top, 50 Cent. And so it's better to be at the top than the bottom because it sucks there. That's where we've been living. Now Chicago gets to I tell you, I think they're terrible. I think they're going to have a bad year. And right now,
Yeah.
it feels good to not be that team. Is Harrison Smith playing by the darn? If not, I think the Vikings DBs are in trouble. Do you know if Harrison Smith is playing? I know concussion protocol. Well, I was talking to
Yeah.
Lupakis and One Bar last night, and they said that he thinks he's out.
Yeah, I think he's going to be out. Kevin O'Connell's really firm on following the protocol to the T, and he's big. He actually stated it yesterday in his press conference and said, "Listen, him being a veteran, we're not going to put him out there. You know what I mean? We're not putting him out there if he doesn't pass the protocol. So I don't think he'll play. Honestly, I think he's going to be out. I'm honestly
He
think
always
he's
had
going to be out.
Megatron's number, man. I always hit my Calvin Johnson. It's like, man, it's hit so hard. I'm happy he's not playing. I don't look, he may not be the same, but I'm happy because that dude can hit. That dude can hit real hard. Are you scared when Malcolm Rodriguez is in Minnesota? He will steal all of your women. You should be. Malcolm Rodriguez, he is a Greek statue, and he's got great teeth. And this dude he's a woman stealer. He is. You gotta watch out, man. This guy, I don't know if you've seen him on Hard Knocks.
Nah, I did.
He is.
Yeah, I won't. I'll make sure I don't have my wife there.
Just stay away, man. He's definitely got that in, man. He's a god-looking guy. Right now, we got 205 in the building with only 74 likes. How is that possible? Get to 26 more likes. Let's get to 100. I think it can happen. 100 likes. We got Lions fans in here. We got Vikings fans in here. We got fan base from the Bills. I know that for sure. Hashtag smash the hole. One of my favorite hashtags. Will the Lions take the top off the Vikings? I do believe so. I think a lot of Lions are going to be doing play action. We've seen already Josh Reynolds and DJ Chark. Now it hasn't caught yet regarding Chark. Anthony, do you think maybe Chark can finally catch these deep passes? But we are going deep.
Yeah, I do. I just think it is generally a case of time where he's just gaining the trust of his quarterback. We saw it last year. It took Goff time to develop with certain guys. Took him time to develop with Amon-Ra. Worked how he did. And look at them two now. It's like a house on fire. So, I just think it's going to take a little bit of time, especially because it's out of Goff's usual wheelhouse, the real deep throws. It takes even more time to forge that connection. So I would expect to see it. Deep throw. You got something on the brain, Mike. You still thinking of Malcolm Rodriguez?
I look, man. Our offensive coordinator.
I think I heard that too, Mike. Man, I thought I heard that too.
Oh, you're having fun over there, Ant Man. You're having a little too much fun over there.
Yeah.
I'm glad that the camera can only see the top of you because I don't know what's going on over there. Let's see. Jason Taylor says we love you guys too. Can I get a hashtag FGB? Absolutely. Hashtag FGB, the comment section. We all hate Green Bay. Let's start that trend. Hashtag FGB. That's what it's all about. 9 likes away from 100. So 9 of you.
Let's get it.
Yeah, hit it, man. That's how it pushes that content out there. And again, subscribe to these fellas. Again, Roar the Lions UK. Again, we're talking about our buddy here, Purple Pocket Podcast. Subscribe to the channel.
Tongue twister. Tongue twister, man. Say that 3 times fast. I'm telling you. See?
I can't do it. I can't do it. I will destroy my own tongue, and my teeth will fall out. We got a super chat as well from Jason Taylor. Thank you so much for that super chat. He is a G. He's a real one. We love you guys, too. Can we get a hashtag FGB? Again, from Minnesota. All right, man. Do it right there. Dude. Hashtag FGB. There we go.
Hashtag FGB for sure, man. I'm with you, Jason. Hey, we're all on board with that. I believe everybody in the chat's definitely on board with hashtag FGB.
Hey, man, that's facts, man. I can't stand them Karens. Can't stand them. Travis Doley with the $5 super chat. What's your thoughts on how Deshaun Elliott's been playing? I thought he's been playing fine. A compliment to Tracy Walker. Much better than Will Harris at safety. I think he's been fine. I don't think he's a big splash player. You're not going to see this guy make a big splash, but he's all right in the run game and all right in the pass game. Anthony, what do you think about Elliott's performance?
Well, I think the best thing I can say, and I do mean this really as a good thing, I've not heard his name very much, and that's a good thing. So he's not been making mistakes. He's been making the plays he needs to. He's been solid. You know, I've not heard his name like I've heard Will Harris's a billion times. Oh, Will Harris has slipped. Oh, Will Harris has blown his coverage. Oh, Will Harris can just go to hell. You know,
Yeah.
it's just, I've not heard his name, which is the greatest thing I can say to him. He's complimenting Walker. He's playing well. And, you know, that's just what we need. We can let Kirby Joseph develop in peace now with him here. So it's great for this team that he's doing like he is.
Kurt Steele in the building. Make sure you go to Lions on the Prowl. They'll be live tomorrow. I will be on there like always and having fun and kind of trolling people. It's where I get a little goofy and my answers and everything's a little bit off. Like, how do you win the game? You just score more points, folks. That's it. Devin Davis, $5 super chat, hashtag FGB. If we win this game, do you think it will put the rest of the NFL on notice? For a Lions fan or a Vikings? Well, we'll just go ahead and answer that both ways. I think it will for the Lions, 2-1, and then you go with Seattle at home. Come on, man, Seattle, they're not that good. So I think, yeah, absolutely put the ESPNs and the NFL networks on notice that the Lions are not a joke anymore, right? What about you?
Yeah, I think the chatter might start a little bit, but you know, we're also not known as we haven't been known as a dominant team in the NFL the past couple of years. I mean, we're always in the middle, so I mean, being a divisional game, if you guys beat us, it might add a little bit of chatter, but I don't think it's going to hit like national media where they're going to be saying, "Oh, the Lions are contenders all of a sudden." But you know, hey, it'll be a good feeling for you guys, and I would be happy if I was a Lions fan if y'all win. I'm gonna tell you that right now. I'm not gonna be happy as a Vikings fan, but we'll get to that when the bridge comes.
Yeah, I am taking Seattle lightly. I'm not impressed with their roster. I'm really not. Now, Geno is dual threat. That's going to be a little bit an issue, but they're not better roster-wise than Minnesota Vikings. And if the Lions beat the Vikings, to me, and it would be at home, Seattle, I don't think their roster is that good. Now, we can lose any game. We're the Detroit Lions.
Mm-hmm.
I could take them lightly. The players can't. I ain't doing nothing. I can't.
Yeah.
That's the thing, man. Like, I can't do shiz. I'm not on the team.
Yeah.
I'm not a coach, so I could take them lightly, but they won't. I'm sure they won't. If the Lions win, what does this mean for both franchises going forward? For the Lions, it means that we're heading in the right direction, and we have a chance to make the playoffs. Because I had the Lions losing this game. I had them 7-8 wins. If they win this, maybe get 9-10. I don't know. We'll see. What about you? If you guys lose, vice versa, what does it mean for your franchise? Are your fan base angry? Are they like, damn it, we got to tear some stuff down, or what?
Yeah, I think they'll start to become a little bit of panic, just due to the narrative of y'all being the Lions, even though none of us are taking you guys lightly. Most Vikings community content creators and things like that are definitely taking the Lions seriously. But I think being that we have a rookie head coach and everything, I think they'll start being in more conversation of, yo, is this the right choice now? We dropped 2 in a row, and it also depends on how we lose too. You know, if we lose having a game like we've all predicted here, then that's a little different story. It's competitive. Somebody wins by 1 point on a last-second field goal. You know, those type of losses are kind of like, you can't really be too down on them. But if you guys go out there and let's just say something crazy happens where y'all beat us 31-10 or something like that, then I think we'll start to panic.
That would be panic right there. I don't.
Yeah,
see
that would be panic mode for
all
us.
happening.
Yeah.
Oh, but that would be bad. That would
be bad.
Yes. Same thing for us. If we lose like 30-something to 10. There can be a lot of angry Lions fans out there. Ant-Man.
Yeah.
When is Craig Reynolds, and by the way, this is a member, a huge shout out to Kevin S. When is Craig Reynolds going to get a turn to run to football? Or he want to ask me, but I'll let you know, and then I'll give my answer afterwards.
You know, I think when we need him to, we've not really needed him to so far. I mean, DeAndre's been doing just fine. Jamal's been getting the hard yards. The run game has been doing really well. When your run game's going at 7.5 yards per clip, it's kind of hard to take your starting running backs out of circulation. I know he got a few carries in the last one and did all right, but while ever DeAndre and Jamal are running the ball fine, there's no need to change anything. So, you know, in the nicest possible way, I hope I don't really see him run the ball much. I
want to see him a little more than Jamal Williams, because Jamal Williams is doing 4.1, I think, and then Craig was at 7 point something.
Well, like, look, you know,
I guess
back in the days of
but That's just a
back in
preference.
the days of LeGarrette Blount, it used to be 0.45 yards per carry. So 4.5
0.04.
yards is an absolute delight. So
Hey man,
I think
LeGarrette Blount shouted me out, dog. I can't rip on my guy right
LeGarrette.
yes, you can.
That's my
Yes, you
boy,
can,
man.
Mike. Yes, you can, Mike.
I can't
Yeah.
do it. Sorry, can't do it, man. When he shouted me out, can't do it. Not at all. And he played for the Oregon Ducks, and I'm a Duck fan.
There you go.
So I can't.
Shout out LeGarrette, man.
Yeah, shout out to LeGarrette, man. I appreciate you. Hey, I appreciate everybody hanging out for this show. Been on for an hour.
Yeah.
Had a great time with Anthony. Had a great time with my guy, Rap. Generally, I give some last words to folks. That's how we go. Rap, what do you got to say to the folks? Tell them about your channel, what you do there, where they can follow you, everything.
Yeah, so first of all, I just want to give a big thanks to Mike and Ant-Man over there for, having the show today, man. I really had a good time, man. I got to say, I did a ton of collabs last week with the Eagles content creators, but I have to say, man, this one was absolutely the best one, hands down, that I think I've had since I've been a content creator since February. Yeah, go subscribe to my channel, Purple Pocket Podcast on YouTube. I'm more of like short takes. I do like videos that range between 4 and 10 minutes. And then I also do a couple live streams every week where we're on there, man, and we're having a party, man. We talk Vikings, but we also do sprinkle in other teams, of course, whatever team we're playing that week, or we just talk about the NFC North in general because, at the end of the day, we're all a family, everybody except for Green Bay, man. Hashtag FGB. I'm riding with that, man. Mike, you started that. I'm going to definitely take that and use that for my community as well because I like the sound of that. But, yeah, follow me, Purple Pocket Podcast, everywhere, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, man. Just type it in, and I appreciate the love and support, definitely. And Skol Vikes, man. Skol Vikes.
Travis Doyley dropping a super chat right when I'm ending the show. He says, Swift gets injured and missed significant time this year. Where do you want to replace him? How about Justin Jackson has a lot of speed as well? I think that could be used, but Craig Reynolds for sure. But Justin Jackson, Travis Doyley, I would look because he's more of that fast speed running back, and that's kind of what Swift brings. Thank you so much for the super chat, bro. I appreciate you. Ant-Man, tell the folks about your channel, why they need to subscribe, and let's get you to 1,000.
I appreciate it, mate. No, I just want to say thanks to both of you. Thanks to you, Rap. It's been great to meet you doing this. It's been a fun show. And thanks to you, Mike. Love doing this with you. So much so that I come on 5 minutes after finishing my own charge. Put myself in the ground because I love doing these collabs with you. So thanks. You can find us at Row of the Lions UK on YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, all that. If you want to see a Detroit Lions prospect from over here in the UK, we see the game a little differently. We have different opinions sometimes here and there. Then come check us out. We're just a group of guys who love to chat Detroit Lions and are very passionate about it. So yeah, come subscribe to us. You can appreciate we're getting up towards 600 now. We're getting there slowly but surely. We're working as hard as we can to put out good content and give you a reason to do so. So thanks ever so much. And to all One Pride in the chat and everything, enjoy the game this weekend. And, let's hope that we can go to Minnesota and get the win. It's going to be tough. It's going to be real damn tough. But if we get it, then, sign that things are really, really changing under Dan Campbell and Brad Holmes. I'm just excited to watch this team on Sundays now, and I've not been for some time. So it's a great feeling. Love it.
Hey,
yeah, and I just subscribed to Roar of the Lions, man, UK, man. I hit the button as a Vikings fan, so everybody in the chat definitely got to hit that button, man. Y'all make sure y'all go check Ant-Man
he does
out,
college prospects. They do a lot of college prospects. I love listening to that because it's for the next upcoming year. So even if you're not a
tapped
Lions
in with
fan,
you, Ant.
They do college prospects.
I appreciate it. We've subscribed to you as well, so we always
for sure, man.
Always
appreciate
like
you.
Yeah, no, appreciate it. Thank you. And
Hashtag
enjoy the weekend, regardless of what happens.
Hashtag FGB.
Searching for greatness in a sea of the dying and shameless, a sea of the aimless. I don't wanna be one of the nameless. I'ma wake up with the mindset that one day I'm gonna make it, and I don't think I'll be fine if I don't break my limitations. Don't try to stop me, I exist to write my own story. I'll make a decision if I want some peace or if I want the glory, yeah. Don't want a life that is complacent or possibly boring, I just want a life that is worth every day exploring,
My whole life I just wanted someone who would notice me. My whole life I just wanted to be somebody to be. Yeah, I just wanna be great. Yeah, I just wanna be great. Yeah, I just